Ooh, we have some technical difficulties. Oh, stream's back. Oh, didn't get the boost in the water? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hate to see that. It happens.
Us here.
Yeah, Jangle taking that unfortunate death in cycle 1, right at the very end of damage.
Good fight so far. Get the final swings here. Definitely not gonna make the yeah.
A little bit of shoulder
Swing-
pads. But that's okay. Those shoulder pads don't do anything.
Yeah, swinging well fast, making sure Golem is good and dead this time.
Heck yeah, I don't ever.
Very understandable.
Good low kill considering the right pattern there. Not bad. That'll help keep the any time loss to a minimum. That's good to see. Good clean phase 1 from Fruity as well. No shoulder pads on that end. Has an extra shuriken. May set up for the drop kill. Up, I got away a little bit, so DPS is a little lower than you'd like. Now gonna stay far and throw shurikens. Try to get down as low as you can for the sword swing. That kind of causes the wingsuit to come out versus a shuriken, but didn't have one to throw at that point. So even though it got away from him a little bit, which will work in Jangle's favor, it was still a pretty decent fight. I mean, the main thing is nobody died. That's what you want.
Yeah, definitely definitely a better situation than what we had in the last race.
Yeah. We got Jangle starting their right room in Quillshroom right now. Again, not a big fan of Kappa slapping. Probably will take this relatively standard. Might slap one about the halfway point of the room. Puts the Crusher about where he's comfortable.
Yeah, we'll see. The cool stream obviously being fairly cursed from the last race. We'll see.
Yeah, we definitely want to make sure that Fruity does not have a repeat of last one. Jangle did miss that Kappa slap at his spine because the Crusher was actually in a very comfortable place there after that. Ooh, didn't quite get the bird boost and still didn't get the save point either. He actually dipped back for it and then missed it entirely. So kind of lost a little bit of time there towards the end of that particular one. It's not a danger point though, plenty of HP.
Plenty of HP, and fortunately, even though they bonked on the bird, they did still get a second whack at it, so he didn't have to wait for the fireballs, which can definitely use a good bit of time. Fruity getting the right room here just fine.
Very clean ascension in that room. That's a little trickier than it looks to be able to get up there without having to use that wall on the right hand side. Putting up for Grass Cutter and getting it.
Let's get through this. Get through this long.
It was what, the room right before Bully Room.
Yeah.
Let's hope. I'm praying. I'm hoping. Got good thoughts. Putting great karma out there. Get a Bully Room. Let's see how Jangles goes. Standard 2 hit. Not too bad. Oh, missing Grass Cutter on Waffles' side. That second shuriken came out late. Ended up hitting the wall instead of the switch.
see. I'm getting close to bully room here, so.
Jangle taking a lot of beatings at the early part. Will definitely, yeah, not get the cycle to go around the spike pillar there. And it's got to be very careful. This room is deceptively evil at 1 HP. So is this one. Like, you could die here if you're not careful.
Yeah, very easy to die right there at the end.
Oh,
Pretty
man.
fortunately, getting through bully room. So.
All right, we still have a race. Let's go.
Yeah. We have avoided the crash.
All right. Damage in the first phase, but easily setting it up for that whipless. Good fight from Jangle. And being deathless does not have to worry about the additional cutscene time.
Yep.
See how fruity this goes?
This fight can always be tricky when you've got from one side to another. The DPS can be a little tricky though. Fortunately, right left is much better than having to deal with left right. So.
Fruity taking a little bit more difficult one. This is my preferred method of trying to get whipless as well. So it's like you have to manage the knockbacks and the damage boost to keep the DPS up, but not overdo it. So she goes top ring. It's I think a count of 19 strikes at a certain point to make that happen. But excellently.
Second fight in a row for Fruity. He's got exactly what he wanted. Unfortunately, this time, because of the death, having to deal with the additional time lost to the cutscene. But
Jangle already working their way through Crags, has the rope dart, starting to RDE everything here, basically. So, rope dart everything as I do it. I'm so bad at doing it.
So, same as last time. Now that the rope dart's out, Jangle's sitting with a bit of a lead. The spaghetti's kicked in just a little bit.
That still might be residual race nerves. I know that it happens a lot. I think I've seen it like very consistent runners, in a non-race setting. They tend to do things just fine, but then you start to get into this race scenario, and it's like the rope dart adds that wild factor. Maybe you're pressing a button just a little too quick. You're trying to reach for a wall maybe a little sooner than you should, and it all adds up. And again, like you start to see these little fumbles and the stub toes. And any that you do, if your opponent maybe isn't quite fumbling as much, can take that to their advantage. We'll see how Jangle's teleport set up. You're up a little early.
And I want to throw back to it because it's. Him if he messed it up.
Respect the swag, bro. Respect the swag.
This man's commitment to Poopa Slide is unrivaled.
I like it. It's actually fun, but you're right. I mean, in the situation where you're at 3 HP in a race setting, wow.
Yeah, it loses time. It loses time. It's slower.
All right, close deuces going on right now with Jangle's side. He's going to start with our red boy, but then swap out to the green one. So far, I think it's been a boulder attack. And Fruity, unfortunately, getting a sonic spinball action going on. Wasn't able to...
That was needed during the spinball attacks.
Be careful, Fruity. Oh, God, that's scary. Oh.
Ooh.
That is so sketch right now.
Please just be dead.
People's
just
elbow
dead.
with 2 HP.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, and didn't quite have
Quick
it
swap.
over either. Oh, this is an unfortunate fight for Fruity. This is the difference. probably backing out of some of that just to make sure they didn't die.
Yup. And of course, Jangle now tearing through Glacial, so Shovel Freezes in chat.
I do like to point out, like, this, you know, like, you don't know it watching the speedrunners, or the vast majority of the speedrunners in this game, but this level has ice physics almost everywhere. And you don't even know it by watching. With the use of the rope dart, the platforming, the one tile, the kicks, everything that just goes into combination, you just don't even know that, hey, you know, if you were trying to run on those particular points right where Jangle is, Ninja takes a while to get moving because it's just ice.
Yeah, it's actually like it's a huge pain in a casual playthrough too.
Oh
like,
god,
ice physics are not fun to deal with, but
they aren't friendly at all. Like if you're trying to turn around, you can forget about it. It literally is like trying to turn the Titanic. You just can't move. All right, but yep, both moving along very nicely so far. Speaking of ice physics showing off there, just to show he's just doing a little duck slide here and there. Why not?
And so Jangle here, Jangle is actually having a very, very good glacial right now. Unfortunately, in the had the ice fall on them in one of the rooms earlier and shoot up some time and missing the TP here, but
oh yeah, missed the TP. It's a little late on that. I think the rope dart slash there to hit it because it looked like it got caught on one of the falling platforms rather than getting to the monster cleanly, and that kind of threw off the timing there.
Yeah, but still, all things considered, this has been a very, very good glacial.
Good recovery on Jangle by missing that. That's super scary when you miss it because that pit's right below and you're down there. You could very easily die.
Yeah, no, the the TP is definitely pretty horrifying. It's like, unlike the Crags one, you know, it's not too bad. Timings on it is tough, but you know, worst thing that can happen is, well, actually, the worst thing that can happen is you try to do it with 3 HP and end up in the spike pit as opposed to on the ground.
Get the teleport, but then die for it. Yeah.
Yeah, but fortunately, you know, since you do get the lantern with HP right before that room, that shouldn't ever happen. So, you know, generally worst case scenario, you just don't get it. But that glacial TP is it definitely be pretty scary.
They're one cutscene apart. Angle taking the lead, getting into Tower of Time first. Tower of Tears, Tower of Time Loss, Tower of Terror, whatever you want to call it. Let's see how it goes. Lots of lasers, lots of pain waiting for all of our runners getting in here. Angle going to go ahead and take the save pad there just in case things go wrong here in Hail Mary. Oh, got the Hail Mary damage, but didn't save the boost.
Ooh.
Now needs to take this very slowly. That Wizrobe is very nastily placed too. So
yeah, the Wizrobe doing everything in their power to try to
yeah, basically just say, you know what, I'm ending this run for you.
Yeah.
See how Hail Mary room goes for Fruity here as Angle's going to be navigating up to minus start. A little slow getting to the projectile. We'll have to opt out of Hail Mary. Maybe goes for a slight junior here. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Fruity is going to have to go for pretty much everything in tower here.
Yeah, and they're very similar on strats. Like both go for, you know, levy special as you saw on Jangle's side. Don't go for spike boost, Steve.
Yeah,
Jangle missing out on Cooney cycle, so that's gonna potentially give Fruity a chance to get a little bit of time. Actually taking it extremely slow. Jangle not wanting to mess around with that crusher. Can't blame them at this point.
Yeah, no, pretty much the only thing that can close the gap at this point would be Jangle taking a death in tower here.
Or maybe laser. Well, even laser skip isn't that big of a time save. Ooh, something went wrong on Levy Special over there. Saved it. Fortunately, didn't take the death. Speaking of laser skip, there will be none on Jangles again. No RNG drops here.
Jangle taking the safety save again. It's a very smart decision.
It's a big gap. It's a huge gap to have anything go wrong and make you have to lose that time. No health drops on Fruity's side either, so we won't be seeing any laser shenanigans going on over there either.
Yeah, I think I might have mistimed it, but we're looking at something around like a 30 to 40 second gap here.
It's basically the amount of the cutscene getting into the Tower of Time is really what they were at.
Yeah.
So Walk of Shame from Jangle. So Fruity in a position to not have to worry about it either. All right, here comes kind of the big clutch area, right?
Ooh.
See what happens with lasers. Oh, Jangle taking a knockback there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so fortunately, getting the host was friendly, gave a little bit of extra help just in case, but definitely ended up not needing it, which is very good.
A wise decision to back away from that one immediately when the bounce didn't go right.
Time waster room here.
How Fruity does with that room. I think Fruity even... Oh yeah, Fruity is going for it. 1 HP. Gets set up. Should be clean.
That magic ball there at the end.
Respecting that projectile, I do not blame them.
Yeah.
This is still really close. Anything going wrong on Jangle's side at Arcane Golem could let Fruity sneak a win out.
Yeah, no. If Jangle dies during this fight, that would
Even a fall could make this really close, I feel, depending.
Yeah, it's definitely close, but I think it's pretty much just going to come down to a death here to close the gap. But
Fruity thought about going for laser skip, opted out at the last second, didn't like the setup, and decided to take the platform, keep the full HP, and get into the fight where it's going to be a little bit more safe for sure. Let's see how this goes. Jangle off to a good start, up in the face, hanging in there well, getting between the orbs pretty cleanly. Throws the shurikens off to the void, a little high there, and ended up going over the head.
Very good fight from Jangle there.
GG's to Jangle, 32-25, really close to PB as well. Not bad, like within about 30 some odd seconds or so of their PB. So GG will be taking this series 2-0 and sending Fruity to a big second chance bracket vacation. I pointed this out at the beginning of the broadcast, but the loser of this match goes into the second chance bracket, so they're not out of the tournament. However, they get 2 consecutive buys before they actually have another match. So Fruity's going to have a lot of time to practice